Today we're focusing on the defensive midfielder position, and we'll be the red team attacking this net against the blue team. I do realize there are not 11 on each team, but we're just doing that for demonstration purposes. And in this video we're talking specifically about what you can do when you or your teammates are in possession of the ball. In a different tutorial I'll talk about this specific position and what to do when you do not have the ball when you're defending, but today we're talking about what to do when you are in possession. So basically I just want to point out a bunch of different scenarios, what to do when different players on your team have the ball, where you should go, and when you get that ball, what you should do with it. Obviously there's just my own opinions, but giving you some ideas may help you be more effective on the field. So first of all, what do you do when your center backs have the ball? Now, as this defensive player, I want you to be extremely hungry for the ball. As any player on the field, you should be extremely hungry for the ball. But you need to be the player who is making things tick. And that doesn't mean you get the ball and you dribble the whole field. It means a lot of the time you're getting the ball, you're giving the ball. You're going to show, you're getting the ball, you're giving the ball. You're just keeping the ball moving and you're helping your teammates get out of trouble. You want to be that outlet. So when they get trapped, you are helping them get out of trouble and keep that ball moving. Yes, you can dribble when there's space, but a lot of times in this role, you're playing a lot of two-touch, keeping the ball moving quickly, and really putting a high emphasis on keeping possession of the ball. You do not want to give the ball away. So like I said, let's look at the center backs. What should you do when your center backs have possession of the ball? Well, you want to show and give them an option. If you can get that ball and get turned in here, that's fantastic because we can play forward. You can combine with the attacking midfielder, you can combine with the wingers, you can switch the ball and play with your fullback. We'll play with that other center back and we get the ball to the fullback there. But you want to try to get turned in this position so you can play forward. You want to get the ball, you want to go forward. However, saying that, there will be times when you get closed down. You need to look over your shoulder, you need to be aware of where the defenders are. Hopefully your teammates are communicating with you as well, but that is your responsibility to know he's there. If you get that ball and you turn here and we lose possession, that's very, very dangerous. Or you get that ball in here and you have a bad touch and we lose possession, very dangerous because they're in our attack, in our defensive third. They can hurt us if we lose possession right there. If you lose possession up here, it's not as bad, but when you're in this role, if you lose possession, it's a big deal. Okay, so saying that, I don't want you to be scared. You need to be confident, but just be aware. Make it easy on yourself by always having your head over your shoulder, knowing where the defenders are, knowing who's closing you down. If they do come to close you down like that, you can either play that ball back and go and get new space. Maybe this guy comes in here to show for the ball, or you can switch it one touch or two touch, playing the ball very quickly. So again, say you wanted to show for the ball, you played it in here, but you had a man on you, you can play that ball out here, and then we switch the point of attack. Okay, but keep showing for that ball, especially when your center backs have it. Yes, can you show? Can you get turned? Good, we can get turned. Now we can go forward, play to someone else, and just get up the field. But you always want to be showing support. So let's say you did play the ball to your fullback. Let's say you got the ball in here, you got turned, good. Now we played the ball forward, you played to this fullback who is taking up positions here, but he got closed down. What do we do now? Well, the center back is obviously coming to show. You want to come and show support. You want to help him, give him an option to get out of there. Again, if we can get turned, and then we can play the ball forward. But if you come and show and you get closed down as well, you can just play that ball back and now give a different option. Okay, you're always giving players options, especially the attacking players. So let's say the fullback's getting high, you want to give them that option. Let's say the ball gets played into the winger. So say again, you did a good job, you want to show for the ball, you got turned, you played the ball into the winger, and he got closed down. Okay, so now what do? You want to come and you want to show. You're always giving that option. You're giving that outlet. So if they get trapped, you're there to show for the ball, calling for the ball. Yes, give it to me. I'll take care of it. And then maybe we're getting closed down like this. Maybe you can switch the point of attack, something like that. Okay, so once you get the ball in a more attacking area, you want to think about switching the ball. You always want to think about switching the ball, especially as this holding midfielder. Because if you get the ball in here, let's say, for example, you receive the ball in here and you put it, you don't try to switch it and you put it back into here, they're just going to close us down and close us down and close us down. Okay, it's your responsibility, especially as this central midfielder, this holding midfielder, to switch the ball. So the ball came from trouble, you don't want to put it back into trouble. if you don't have to. If you're trapped, yes, and we have to play the ball quickly, yes, let's keep possession, let's try to get out of here, but eventually you're gonna have to switch the ball. So when you can, if you can receive it here and you can get half turned and they're compressing the field, they're trying to trap us, you can either clip that ball over the top, you can play that ball into here to the center back, or you can be more adventurous and try to play into the winger here. Okay, so you want to receive that ball. Can I get turned? Can I play out of trouble, switch the ball out of trouble into areas where we have more space to attack? You can play that ball over the top, or as I said, you can play that ball to the fullback here who has space, and then we can attack. And then you come across and you come and help. Now, sometimes there'll be two holding midfielders. Let's put another holding midfielder in here and talk about that quickly. What you don't want to do when you have two holding midfielders, and let's just play the ball back out here, we don't want to be on the same side of the field, because if he does get that ball here, okay, we're kind of crowding the field, we're not giving ourselves options to play out. So if you know your one holding midfielder is going to show for the ball, you want to stay pretty much on this half of the field and give him an option. So when he does get it, yes, you call for that ball, yes, you get turned, and he can play into space like that. Okay, so when you're playing two holding midfielders, you want to, when we're defending, yes, you can come across and really compact it, but when we're attacking, we're in possession, you want to keep your distance because it allows you an option to get out of the field. If we play into here and you play that pass right to him, it's just easier for the defenders to defend, okay? But if we get more space and he receives it here, you're already ready for the ball, asking for the ball, we can get turned, we can switch the field. Okay, well, we'll take that guy out. So if you are playing as the lone holding midfielder, you're gonna have to do a lot more running, but just always think about giving options. When your teammates get trapped, you wanna be there to give them an option out and then play that ball quickly. Okay, so those are the main passes you're probably gonna make. Really think about always showing, especially when your defenders have the ball, when your center backs have the ball, showing, trying to get that ball, trying to get turned, and then playing forward. Obviously, you can switch the field as well, which is really huge. Okay, so always showing for the ball, always providing an option when your teammates get trapped. Maybe your attacking midfielder or even the striker has the ball. Let's get organized here, it's a bit of a mess. Even the striker has the ball, okay, and players are making runs off him. You want to show in here and just give him an option. You're always that option. You're always the one who's keeping possession of the ball. I don't want you to get in the habit of always going sideways or always going backwards. So it's so important when you do receive that ball that you're always trying to get turned and look forward. Yes, you can clip balls into here. You can play more advanced balls, but always think about when my teammates are trapped, I want to be the guy who's there showing for them, giving them an option. So I do get the ball and I take the ball out of trouble into places where we have space to play and we can switch the field. Where, as I said, you can play that ball over the top, but switching the field. Switching the field is so huge for this position. So I hope that gives you a couple ideas on what you can do in the defensive role, especially when you are in possession. Remember, be very hungry for the ball, always show for an option, realize the importance of not giving away possession in these areas. Okay, if you're getting turned, you're taking too many touches, or turning, not looking over your shoulder, not knowing what's there, and turning into trouble, very dangerous. So always make sure that you're looking. But if you can get turned, you want to get turned and you want to try to switch the field, or you want to try to play forward and then come in to support the play. Okay, you can also get forward, get yourself involved. The further your team gets up the field, the further you get up the field. Try to get in these areas around the box. And if you do get it there, just hit it. Hit it one time, be confident in yourself. You don't want to take too many touches when everyone is coming out, because again, if you lose possession of the ball as a defensive midfielder, it's very dangerous. So make sure your head is always on a swivel, you always know what's around you, and you're always taking good care of that ball. I hope you found this video helpful. Please give me a like, please give me a comment, please share this video with your friends and teammates, and please come back tomorrow for more training tutorials.